bought a secondhand laptop 3 weeks ago, €40, off a local marketplace app. The listing said, wiped clean, factory reset, great condition. I didn't think twice about it. People sell old laptops all the time. It was not wiped clean. What I found on it is the reason I'm reading this to you tonight, instead of sleeping. Welcome back to HallowBones. Tonight's episode is presented differently than usual. What follows is not a story someone told us. It's a set of files, text documents, recovered notes, and a journal, found on a second-hand laptop and submitted to us exactly as they were discovered, in the order they were dated. We've changed nothing except the names. Make of it what you will. File 1, Setup Notes. The first file I opened was just called notes.txt, dated 14 months ago. It read like someone setting up a new laptop for the first time, completely mundane. New laptop finally. Old one's fan was dying. Need to reinstall everything. Spotify, Discord, the usual. Note to self. Backup photos from the trip before the old drive fails completely. Nothing unusual. I almost closed the file and moved on to set up my own accounts. But there was a second file in the same folder. It was named diary_don't delete.txt. File 2, the first entries. The diary started normally. Dated entries, roughly once a week. Written by someone who signed every entry simply as R entry 14 months ago. Starting this because my therapist suggested it. Feels stupid writing to a text file, but here we are. Works fine. Apartment's fine. Nothing to report really. Entry 13 months ago. Noticed someone walking the same route as me to the train station 3 days this week. Probably nothing. Lots of people work near the station. Entry 12 months ago. Saw him again today. Same guy. Gray jacket. Never looks directly at me, but always seems to be just behind me. I'm probably being paranoid. Therapist says my anxiety has been worse lately. I want to be honest with you. At this point, I assumed I was reading the journal of someone managing ordinary anxiety. The kind of thing a therapist would actually help with. I almost stopped reading. I didn't stop reading. File 3, Escalation. Entry 11 months ago. He was outside my apartment building today, not walking past, standing across the street. When I looked directly at him, he didn't move. I went back inside and watched from the window for 20 minutes. He didn't leave until I closed the blinds. Entry 11 months ago, 2 days later. Told my sister about the man. She said I should call the police. I said, what would I even tell them? A man stood across the street. That's not illegal. She said, tell them anyway. I haven't called yet. Entry 10 months ago. I called the police today. They took a report. Officer said there wasn't much they could do without a direct threat or contact. He gave me a case number. I have started taking photos of him on my phone when I see him. I have 11 photos now. Entry 10 months ago, 4 days later. He knows I've been taking photos. He looked directly at my phone today and smiled. First time he's ever made eye contact with me. I don't know how he could tell. I was being careful. I stopped reading for a while after that entry. I made tea. I told myself this was just someone's old diary, that whatever happened had already happened, that nothing in a text file could reach into my apartment. I went back to it anyway. File 4, the pattern. Entry 9 months ago. He started leaving things. A coffee cup on my doorstep, still warm, like he'd been standing right outside drinking it and set it down when he heard me coming. I didn't touch it. I called the police again. Different officer this time, same answer. No direct threat. Nothing they can act on. Entry 8 months ago. I moved, new apartment, different side of the city. Told almost no one the new address. Sister knows. Work doesn't know. I'm working remote for now. Told them I needed flexibility for personal reasons. First week here has been quiet. I think I'm safe. Entry 8 months ago, 9 days later. There was a coffee cup on my new doorstep this morning. I read that line 4 times before I could continue. Entry, 7 months ago. I don't know how he finds me. I've stopped using my real name for deliveries. I've stopped posting anywhere online. My sister is the only person who has my address, and she would never tell anyone. I don't understand how this is possible unless... The entry ended there. Mid-sentence. The next entry was dated 6 days later. File 5. The last entries. Entry, 7 months ago, 6 days later. I figured it out. I'm writing this down because I need someone to know, even if that someone is just this laptop. He's not following me by watching me on the street. He's following me through this laptop. There's something on here. A program, an app. I don't know what to call it, but it's how he always knows. I'm going to factory reset everything tonight. Wipe the whole drive. Buy a new laptop tomorrow that he's never had any access to. I'll keep this old one switched off completely until I can get rid of it properly. There is one more entry after that. The final one. Entry, 7 months ago, 1 day later. Reset is done. Wiping it now. If anyone ever reads this after me, and you shouldn't be able to, because this drive should be empty. Check everything before you trust a device that isn't new. Check the people you let close enough to access it before any of this started. I think I know who it might be. I don't want to write the name down. If I'm wrong, I don't want it to be the last thing I ever accuse someone of. I'm selling this laptop tomorrow. Whoever you are reading this, I'm sorry. I thought I deleted everything. That was the final entry. File 6. What I did next. I didn't sleep that night. The diary was supposed to have been deleted. R said so themselves. The reset was done. The wipe was complete. And yet here it was, sitting in a folder, perfectly intact. 14 months later, on a laptop that had clearly changed hands at least once since. I tried to find R. I had a first initial and roughly 14 months of dated entries describing a city I could identify from context clues, train station, specific neighborhood references. I posted in a few local forums asking if anyone recognized the story. No responses that led anywhere concrete. I checked the laptop's file system more carefully. The diary file showed a last modified date of 7 months ago, consistent with R's final entry. But the file's creation date, the one that should mark when it was first written to this specific drive, read differently. It said the file was created 2 days ago, 3 days before I bought the laptop. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it means anything. Maybe it's a quirk of how the file system handled the reset. Maybe it's nothing. But I've stopped using that laptop. And for the past 4 nights, I've noticed someone in a gray jacket near the bus stop outside my building. He hasn't looked at me yet. Closing note. That's everything that was on the drive. We don't know who R is. We don't know if they're safe or if any of this is what it appears to be. What we do know is that the files were real, dated, and recovered exactly as described. If you've ever bought something secondhand, a laptop, a phone, a hard drive, and assumed a factory reset means it's actually empty, it might be worth checking again. That was episode 4 of HallowBones. If this one unsettled you, share it with someone who just bought something secondhand. Subscribe if you haven't. New episode every Friday. Check your devices.